Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to another engaging episode of Empowering People Enabling Business. I'm your host, Kathy Saw, Deputy Head of the English Language Department here at Genashtim. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce our special guest, Mariecell Fornes Esguerra, a true trailblazer at Genashtim and our current communications partner with DigiBridge. Mariecell joined Genashtim in its early years and has witnessed the company's incredible journey of growth and transformation. In this episode, we'll delve deep into a concept that is not just at the heart of Genashtim, but serves as a guiding principle for businesses worldwide: the triple bottom line: people, profit, and planet. These three pillars are the cornerstone of sustainability and social responsibility, ensuring that a business thrives while also making a positive impact on the world. Today, we place a special focus on the people pillar. At Genashtim, our commitment to people goes beyond mere lip service. We believe in empowering individuals, providing them with opportunities for growth, and fostering a culture of inclusivity and collaboration. So, without further ado, let's jump into this exciting conversation with Maricel Fornes Esguerra and explore how Genashtim is leading the way in empowering people, enabling business, and creating a brighter future for all. Hello, Maricel. How are you?
Hi, Kathy. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good as well. Thank you for asking. Never been better. It's great to have you here. Before we delve deep into our topic, Marcel, can you share a little bit more about yourself? Maybe share a bit of your personal background for our audience?
Okay, sure. I'm Mariecell Fornis Isguera. I'm from Davao City, Philippines. I'm a visually impaired, totally blind. When you close your eyes, it's how dark I can see. And then I'm the eldest of seven siblings. We are five sisters and two brothers. And then I graduate Bachelor in Computer Technology on 2002 at the University of Southeast Eastern Philippines.
Wow. In 2002, I won't ask you about your age anymore. Anyway, so you mentioned earlier that you've become blind. Was it inborn or were you in an accident? How did you become blind, Maricel?
Yeah, I acquired my blindness through vehicular accident last February 16, 2002. We were fetching my younger sister from her JS prom, and in going home, there was a road construction
Hmm.
that my father avoided. And it's already late at night, so we have overspeeding. And then when my father saw that there's a road construction that has no warning device, he braked and waved the car, and then our car turtled in the road. So I was hospitalized, I think for almost 4 months. I couldn't speak at the time. I couldn't eat solid foods. I have trachea in my neck where my breathing and my food will be on an NGT in my nose. Yeah.
For four
And
months.
yeah, for
Yeah.
4 months.
So you mentioned earlier that you graduated in the same year. So the accident happened in February. It meant that you weren't able to attend your graduation.
Yes, it's I think 1 month before my graduation because my graduation was March 26th as far as I remember. Then we got an accident February
Mhm.
16th. So I think
Wow.
almost 20 days before my graduation. But the university still gave my diploma. I'm still part of the graduating student, but
Yeah.
I was never attended the graduation ceremony because I'm still at the hospital at that time, lying on
Yeah.
my bed. But
Oh.
my friends, my classmates, after the graduation ceremony, they went to the hospital, visited me, and they celebrated the graduation there in my room.
Wow, you
Yeah.
have such very caring and lovely friends. So,
Yeah,
um,
and that's
mhm,
one thing that made me inspired while I'm in
yes,
the hospital.
to get better. You became
Yeah.
motivated because of the support of your loved ones and your friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
very sweet. Now, Maricel, you mentioned that for 4 months you stayed in the hospital and your food was given to you in your via NGT, and you also
Yes.
had something in your neck for your breathing
Yeah.
apparatus.
Yeah,
It was connected.
TriQ.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, but were there a lot of surgeries or procedures that you underwent because of that accident?
Yes, I think I've undergone 7 major operations in total. After I was discharged on, I think, May or early June, and dear, I still need to have another operation for my jaw. They still need to repair.
Reconstructive
Yeah, I think it's
surgery.
total. Yeah, reconstructive surgery.
Oh,
7 operations in all. While
wow.
doing the operations, I'm also doing my therapy, like schooling for Braille, for computer, for my orientation mobility, on how to live as a blind person.
All right. So
Yeah.
while you were still recuperating from all these procedures done to you on the same year of your accident, you were already studying Braille.
Yes.
Oh, so how did you adapt to living as a blind person, as a PWD, Maricel? And how do you remain positive in life? Because you mentioned several major operations and procedures done to you, and I don't know where you got that strength from. How do you remain positive? And how did you adapt to living with all of these changes?
I still believe in God and my trust and faith in Him. After I went out in the hospital, I was discharged in the hospital, and my leg were already healed because my leg at the time were also fractured. So when I'm ready, I can already walk. I visited the school for the blind here in Davao. And then when I went there, I was so inspired with the blind students there because they can cook, they can do anything. They can also use cell phones at the time, and the cell phones that they are using at the time is still keypad. So I was amazed with them. And they also encourage me, give me some inspiration that people with blindness can still continue to live like a normal person. So with that, when I went home, I applied what I have learned there. Because before, after the accident, before I went to school for the blind, my sisters and my mother, they still feed me, as in spoon feeding me when I'm eating. They
Mhm.
still assist me when I'm going to bath. They hold me whenever I want to go to the kitchen, to the
Yeah.
bathroom, to my room, and all that. But when I went home from that school for the blind, I am encouraged to do it myself. So I practice myself to do it alone, to eat alone, to take a bath alone, to walk around inside our house. Yeah.
Oh, so you were able to manage to do things independently because of
Yes.
studying or going to that school for the blind in Davao. So how long
Mm.
did you study there? Did you stay there for a while?
I haven't stayed there. I just visited the school, I think at least once a week to know Braille, how to write and read using Braille. So it took me almost 1 year
Hmm.
going there, traveled by bus. It took us 1 hour before we got to the school. So because it was just a home study for me, I just went to the school to get some assignments and then bring back the assignments, something like that. So it took me, I think, 1 year
Wow.
in studying Braille and talking to blind student there, giving
Mhm.
some tips
Mhm.
and pointers on how to do this and how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you also have like your mentors in the school who helped
Yes.
you, inspired you, and gave you advice on how to do things on your own.
Yes.
Awesome.
They
But
really
you,
helped me a lot.
hmm,
Yeah.
but you mentioned that it is quite far from your home because it's more than an hour bus travel.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then after a year, you were able to do things practically on your own, everything. You were able to
Yes.
adapt. Wow.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned that basically what inspired you to remain positive is your faith in the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Because we believe that everything happens for a reason, even if some things do not happen the way we want them to. But we should always look for the reason why or the lesson, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So I am in awe of all of your experiences and how you were able to overcome the accident with all the changes that happened to you. Just imagine 7 major operations, and yet, while you were still recuperating, you already started learning Braille, going to
Yeah.
a school that is far from your house. So that's determined and strong willed you are. You won't accept things as they are. You have to do something with what you were
Yes.
given, right?
Mm.
All right. So, Maricel, looking back, what were the greatest challenges you encountered in your journey as a PWD?
The greatest challenge that I encounter when I got blind is I can't go outside our house alone. Because before, I like going out, like going to the malls, going to other provinces, mountain climbing,
So,
have
you like to
trekking, have some,
travel.
yeah,
Oh.
outdoor adventures, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. But when I got blind, I was not able to do that anymore. So I just stayed home doing some, at least I have something that occupies me because as I mentioned, I'm learning Braille right
Mm-hmm.
after I got out from the hospital. So while at home, because I cannot go out, I cannot go to the malls, something like the outdoor activities. I
Mm-hmm.
just learn Braille there or listening to radio, watching TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, because your mobility in terms of going out and doing the things that you're used to doing before, it became limited because you lost
Yes.
your vision. So you always need
Yeah.
someone to accompany you,
Yeah.
right?
So whenever I go out, I really need to have someone with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's my mother or my sisters or my cousin. But sometimes they also have their own lives. They're also busy with their studies, with their own activities.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I have planned to go out, I can't really decide on my own. I
Mm-hmm.
need to decide on their availability.
So you
So
consult
sometimes,
them, yeah, with
yeah,
the
sometimes
schedule.
it frustrates, sometimes it disappoints you because you really can't go out without them.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you were used to doing those things on your own before. Now you have to
Yes.
consult someone with regards to their availability and schedule if they can accompany you if you want to go
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So now my next question is, when and how did you start your career journey? Did you have any experience working for a physical or an on-site company before?
Okay, my career journey starts when I studied computer in Manila because after I went to Davao School for the Blind to learn Braille, they referred me to a computer center in Davao, the Rotary Club. So since the computer training there was just basic, so they referred me again to Manila to study intensive computer training. So when I studied there, I think it's 6 months. I studied computer literacy in Manila. And I'm proud to say that I graduated the Student of the Year and the Best in English Award in that study. So when I graduated from that course and went home, they gave me transcription work. I transcribe general audios like meetings, general assemblies, and interviews. So that's what kept me busy. But that work is not an everyday work. It's something like a freelance work
All
by
right.
hour. Yeah, something like that. So it's also online work.
Mm. Okay. When you did the transcription work, you worked in your home on your computer or you went
Yes.
to, oh, all right. So
Yeah,
you
in my
already have
computer.
a computer which is like a specialized computer already.
Yes, because someone donated me, gave me a computer for me. And at that time, because I'm not familiar with the JAWS or with the NVDA. So I just asked my instructor in the Rotary Club to install some screen reader in my computer. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's a free version of JAWS.
Mm-hmm.
It's 40 minutes. So every 40 minutes, I need to restart my computer, something like because I don't know about the NVDA yet at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And then when I went to Manila, I met some blind people there. They taught me about technology, about cell phones, about computers, how
Mm-hmm.
to do this, how to do that. Yeah.
So you've learned a lot. You enrich your skills more because you already
Yes.
got some skills from the what do you call this? School for the Blind in Davao, but now it's more
Mm.
on
Yeah,
technology.
technical. Yeah.
Yeah, laptops or computers, cell phones, and all those stuff, and the programs that you can use.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Now, how long did you work for that transcription job, which is like, as you said, it's like a part-time work because
Yeah.
it's occasional. It's not every day that you get those kind of work.
Yes.
So, how long did you work in that position?
I think it took me long, 5 years, 6 years,
Oh,
that long.
all right.
Yeah. And then after that transcription work, when I went home, the organization that offered me that transcription work, they have another opportunities for the blind to work in a BPO company in Manila. So I'm one of their recommendations, and because I'm one of their top student in that organization. So they funded me to go back in Manila and also funded my home there. It's also a transcription work. So it's a voicemail transcription. So I worked there for I think 3 months, and it's an office base. So I have to travel to commute, going
Mm-hmm.
to the office, back in the boarding house.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
when you accepted that job, that other transcription job, which is more, it's full time and it required you to go to that physical office, you mentioned that they took care of your accommodations here in Manila. Did you bring
Yes.
someone along from your family to help you out because you need to commute?
No, I'm
Oh,
alone.
wow,
I brave myself.
amazing.
Yes, I brave myself to stay in Manila because I'm really determined to have a work, to have a career.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a testament to your determination and perseverance that you can do things on your own. Bravo to you,
Yes.
Maricel. Hands. I'm really in awe of your determination. Now, after that, is it the time that you discovered Genashtim? Because you mentioned that you worked there for 3 months. What happened afterwards?
Yeah, I worked there, I think 3 months because the account that we've been handling on that BPO company has closed. So we need to also end our contract there. So I went home with a heavy heart, but still has a positive thinking that I can still
Mhm,
find some decent work. So when I went home, I think it was mid 2009, something like
mhm,
that. And then when I went back here in Davao, a friend of mine messaged me that I need to send a resume to Thomas because Thomas is hiring for a secretary.
mhm.
So I'm so excited because a secretary, even though I don't have any experience yet on how to become a secretary, but I'm excited to send my resume. So
Yeah.
I sent my resume to Thomas, and then I think on the next day, Ryan called me and scheduled me for an interview. And then on the next day again, also Vicky contacted me that Thomas would like to interview me in Skype.
Okay.
So it's so fast. And then on the next day, I'm already hired.
Yeah.
So
So you
fast.
were
Yeah,
already,
I'm so happy at that time.
yes.
Because although I started as part-time, but at least I can say that I already have a stable job. And even though weekend, I can still do my job because just at home. Yeah,
Yeah.
it started
So
my job.
So that is the start of your Genashtim career journey, 2009,
Yeah,
from working in
2010.
Manila. Oh, 2010. All
Yeah, I
right.
started October 4, 2010.
Oh, all right. 13 years. Wow. What are the things that you love most about working in Genashtim, Maricel?
I love working in because it's just a home base. So I really don't have to commute every day. I really need to have an assistant
Mm-hmm.
in commuting. I just have to stay here at home. Whenever I wake up, I can already quickly go to my computer and work.
Yeah.
And then Junashim is also PWD friendly. I also met some friends here like Vicky and Lay. They
Mm-hmm.
were my first colleagues that I encountered here in Genashtim.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're correct because that's also one of the things that I love about Genashtim because most of my work experience I worked for a school before, which required me to go, of course, to the school to commute. And, here in Manila, the traffic is really horrendous. So,
Yeah. Yes.
before I even wake up at 4 o'clock just to be able to be on time to work because I live in the northern part of the metro and my work before is in the center of NCR. So it requires 2.5 hours of
Mhm.
travel for me. So when I transferred to Genashtim, that's what I love most about it. You're correct, as you've mentioned. When you wake up and, for example, you have your coffee mug in hand, you can already start your computer and you can begin working, right? So
Yeah.
it saves us a lot of time and it also facilitates our work life balance. We can still attend to some personal tasks at home while working.
Yeah, we can also attend our visitors. For example, if we have surprise visitors,
Yes,
we can
sometimes.
also, yeah, sometimes.
Yes, you're correct because sometimes we have friends who all of a sudden will drop by. So we
Mhm.
have to attend to that, but we're still working. right?
Yes.
So, and ours are flexible. So, for example, if you have a visitor or a family, a relative coming over, and you have to attend to them for example, an hour or what, then if you miss that on your work, you can make up for it within the day, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's really amazing. And of course, another thing that we are very grateful about is the take some policy. If we need to take some day off to, attend to family occasions or attend to urgent tasks outside of the house, we can file for that no assignment day or NADs, right? So it allows
Yes.
us that.
Mm.
That's good.
Another thing that I like most about Genashtim is we have a diverse culture and they treated their team members equally. Because whether we are PWD or whether we are part of the marginalized community, we have the same policies, we have the same benefits, same with the non-marginalized staff here at Ginash team. We are compensated not of who we are, but you are compensated of our performance and our experience. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the things that I love most about Ginash team.
Yes, and I definitely agree with you on that, Maricel, because there are equal opportunities for everyone, regardless of your abilities, or if you're differently abled, or if you're abled, whatever gender or sexual orientation that you have, whatever beliefs or what, there's equal opportunities. And when we say that, we can see that Genashtim is really committed to its people. It's not just on paper. So we are really testament to this, all the staff in Genashtim. Great. So thank you,
Yeah,
Maricel.
yes.
All right. Maricel, your story is incredibly inspiring, and we can't wait to delve deeper into your journey. However, it's time to wrap up this episode today. We look forward to hearing more about your remarkable journey in our next installment. So, for our listeners, if you've been enjoying this podcast, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any of our future episodes. In the next installment, Maricel will be sharing her incredible story from Genashtim and her experience as a dedicated parent working from home, despite being blind. Stay tuned and we'll catch you next time.